dude, I can't tell you the amount of shit we did in valet. We'd play like bumper cars with some if like the car's real shitty, we'd just play demolition derby with the cars, and like all the dents and shit we put in it, we'd like pack with snow. Like this was in the winter time. Like I just looked at Amelia, I was driving, and I kept driving into his car, and like he's like, what the fuck? And it was like, but these cars are like pieces of shit, you know. And what else? Somebody's pounding outside. What else? Okay. But my buddies Eric and Jerry, they're like respectful type Mexicans and stuff, and they hated when I started hanging out with Emilio all the time. They hated it. They said I became so lazy and all this. Dude, I have an equal amount of memories with Emilio. They're just completely different. It's like from one side of the barrio to the other, like blood in, blood out. You have the good cop type, and then you have like the prison guys and the gangbangers and shit. And like Emilio was like that side. He was like the bad guy. And we just had so much fun. Dude, we'd have snow fights in the garage. Like when an Empress, before it became Horseshoe, like they'd have a Helix, and it was a garage. It went up in a circle, and customers like would drive their own cars unless they parked valet or whatever. And there's openings in the garage, and you could just fucking throw a fucking snowball at a car, and like they wouldn't know who it was. And like we'd just do that all fucking day long, while like everybody else is working and shit. I was a good worker, but like when Emilio was around me, he was like a horrible influence, and I'm like the coolest guy. And I don't know, me and this other dude, Pete Hernandez, and Emilio, and like 3 other people, we got in this one car, because you could like, this was before they banned it because of like people like me and Emilio, but like you could just hop in one car and like carpool to like where you parked the cars far away or whatever, and like, but they banned it because of me or whatever. But like you could just hang out in the car and talk and stuff. And there's this one car, this dude Pete, my buddy, was driving, and there's like little watermelons in the back seat, and like Amelia was in the front seat. Amelia was like opening the fucking glove box and going through the papers and like just making like a lot of noise, just being stupid. Like as soon as like everybody gets in the car, we just like do stupid shit. And like if it was a cool dude driving, like he'd just get a kick out of it. And like when we park the car, we make everything nice or whatever, you know, we have a good time. But like there's this like one supervisor guy, he was like a white guy, he got promoted, like we trained him and shit. But he was so like uptight, I forgot his name. He was like this young kid, and we got in the car once, and it was all of us, like me, Pete, and Emilio, and some other, Jerry, not Rodriguez, but Jerry Hernandez, and we got in this car, and like this is his first, like, we trained him, but this is the first like carpool experience he had, and he was like this new supervisor and shit, and there was watermelons in the back seat. Amelia like opens the glove box, fucking goes through the fucking papers, makes noise, wrinkles some of them and shit, just is being stupid. Or he'll put his arm outside the window and like pound on the side of the fucking the door so it makes a big noise. And the guy would be like this, like he's like so like nervous and shit. And well, but then again, it's like a training facility, being around the most insane people ever. And like there's these little watermelons in the back seat. I just took one and I fucking threw it at the dash by Emilio. It splattered all over him and all over the fucking dash. It busted and shit. Like that dude is like panicking and going crazy. But like he was driving and shit, and like it was during a rush, so like he couldn't like slow down and shit. And like I don't know, we just like do stupid shit, like all the stuff in the back seat we like throw in the front seat, like on his lap while he's driving. Just stupid fucking shit. We obviously cleaned up the watermelon after that. What else? Oh, there's this chick. Her name was Shannon. She's a black chick. She was cool. She's a lesbian chick. She had the hots for me. And what else? Oh, she hated Emilio too. Like, she was cool, but she was also like a real good worker and stuff. And she liked me and everything, but she hated Emilio. Damn it, this got all fogged up and shit. This Shannon girl, she fucking hated Emilio. And one time, alright, I'm gonna show you like a demonstration. Like, peanut butter and jelly, this is a car part. This is a car part. And then you have a space here, okay? There's an opening for a car to be parked here. And there's lanes going this way. There's a lane going this way. And here's an opening, right? So Shannon's coming this way with her car. She's about to turn into the spot. And I was in the car with Emilio when we did this. We're parking a guest car. And she's coming. She wants to park in this spot. She's like driving like a normal person. And Emilio comes just like this. Cuts her off in like one fluid motion. Doesn't like halt or anything. He just comes like in one fluid motion. Dude, he comes in one fluid motion and parks. Like it's just a regular day and shit. Like you didn't even notice her. Like dude, like you'd have to be there, man. It was like so fluid of a movement. And he's just driving. He's just driving like this, like all serious. It was one movement going into her spot, and like he drives like this. He's not even looking at her. He's just like driving, like looking straight and like pulling into the spot. And like I couldn't stop. Like I was laughing so fucking hard, and I couldn't believe he did that. And like she got out of the car, like blocked both lanes. She's like, "God damn you, Emilio, you son of a bitch!" Like she wanted to kick his ass, but like Emilio does this thing where he's relying on the other people to stop and or to freak out. Like he has like he has balls like.